Do you go blank when you see a title? Today I'm going to talk about how to be a great writer. It has always been a mind boggling question when I give them a certain topic to write, or I tell my students that, okay, today I'm going to give you a topic and you all have to write. So let's say once I gave my students a topic, a sunny weather. And some of my students, they come to me and they say, teacher, we don't know how to start. How do we do that? So I'm going to show you one of the examples of my students where how he wrote this the sunny weather, and some tips which are some excellent tips to be a great writer. All right, the three tips for excellent writing. Number one is a strong introductory paragraph. It is very important that your introductory paragraph is very strong and impressive for the reader. Even your examiner is going to look at it and definitely going to judge you on how you have written the flow. Imagery, five senses are important, whether the genre is descriptive or narrative or any, but the include when you include five senses, it paints the reader's mind and the tone of your writing. So these are the three excellent tips, and we are going to see one of the examples. Let's begin how my student has described a sunny weather. Let's look at this paragraph. So it was a hot sunny day and I was feeling very hot. I'm not going to read the whole paragraph, but we are going to actually identify the each problem in the each sentence and fix it. So the first sentence, it was hot sunny day and I was feeling very hot. How do we feel? What's the problem here? Repetition of the word hot, very redundant, and it sounds boring. Let's replace it. You must use thesaurus. So, very hot, how can it be replaced? Let's look at the thesaurus. So, when you look at the thesaurus, you have so many choices of words. And I decided to choose for my student sweltering. So, how does it sound now? It was a hot sunny day and I was feeling sweltering. So, this is how, no longer repetitive, it looks much better, and you are ready to go. Let's move to the next sentence and see how we can fix it. I did not like to remain in hot weather. So, what is wrong in that? There is no grammatical error, but the tone of the sentence, the negative statement and the tone. So let's change the tone. I was not particularly eager to remain in hot weather, instead of a very strong statement which says I did not like to remain in hot weather. Don't you think it sounds way better than what it is? I was not particularly. Now, the third, I like to play when it is cold and breezy. I like to play. Usually, we use these kind of vocabulary in early primary classes, not when you are already in the lower secondary or higher secondary. Could have been better. I prefer when it is cold and breezy. So you have to keep expanding your vocabulary. These are very simple examples, but how can you modify and expand your vocabulary? So I prefer when it is cold and breezy. Doesn't it sound better? Definitely, it does. Let's move to the next one. Analyze, like the sun was shining on the sand and our forehead got sweaty. This is something wordy, and it sounds like how you talk, you are writing. You can't be doing that. The talking and writing needs a lot of thinking process there. Remember, I told you to paint the picture in the reader's mind. So how do I include in the figurative language the imagery? Let's see, I fixed it up for my student by saying the blazing sun shone through the white clouds, causing salty sweat drip from my forehead. White clouds, that is the sight. Imagery, like five senses, the sight. You are using salty sweat. So that is the taste, the five senses which you are using of the taste. And the metaphor, the blazing sun shone through the. So How beautiful now the sentence looks. The other one is a little wordy and sounds like how we are talking. The sun was shining and on the sand, and our forehead got sweaty. So, more tips for you all. Hope you understand by including the five senses. Now, the next one. Nothing moved in Watson unless they wanted to do something. This is a very normal sentence. I would say, how do we fix it? Nothing and no one moved. We are actually imposing on the sunny weather. So, nothing and no one moved in this penetrating heat unless they were desperate. So it gives the focus on penetrating, how the rays are penetrating. Can you visualize it? Yes, and you can feel it. So, this is how I want you all to create the picture in the reader's mind. Hope you understand how to use it step by step, and we are in a nutshell. What I'm going to summarize here is, do not use repetitive words in single sentence, redundant word. Use thesaurus and dictionary.com it all the time. Thesaurus will be very handy for you all to replace the word, and avoid negative statements. Most important for your examination, audience and purpose is important. Use metaphor, that is figurative language. You can use metaphors, simile, and other techniques to beautify your sentences, personification, and many more. So, this was all for today, guys, and we will meet again for more lessons. Bye. Have a nice day.